Hi everyone, my name is Zach, and I am the brewmaster here at Mighty Peace Brewing Co. And today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our brewery and the behind-the-scenes process.
So, what is Mighty Peace Brewing Co?
Well, I'm glad you asked. We are a production brewery and taproom here in the heart of Fort St. John. The brewery was founded by four friends who are community drivers and pretty well-known individuals in town, and they have a passion for Fort St. John, the community, and craft beer. I joined forces with them 2 years later in 2018 to craft brews in the spirit of the North.
Why are craft breweries special?
Craft breweries are special because we get to create a unique product that is different than a lot of the generic mass-produced brands out there. We get to virtually do anything we want with any ingredient and really create a unique experience for our local community. That is something brand new for a lot of people, and it is eye-opening, and it's creating this new form of curiosity and appreciation for a crafted product. And it's just like your local farmer buying anything local. Craft beer is something that it's your local beer. It's a local community hub, and it really builds a rooted culture in all different kinds of communities. And Fort St. John is just one of the best.
Hey Zach, can we have a tour of the brewery?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
Sweet.
All right, welcome to the brewery where all the magic happens. I'm going to show you each stage of the process briefly and have a little fun. All right, and here we are in the mill room. This is where the process all begins with our grains. Here we have the malted barley right here, if you want to just look closely. So this is a very important ingredient. It's what creates all the sugars that we want to ferment the beer. And we grind them up here. It travels up this auger all the way into the first stage where we mix the water in the grain. So after the grain travels up this auger for a little bit, it goes into this hopper, and it drops down this chute and mixes in our mash tun vessel. So here, we mix the grains in the water, and it's called a mash. So that's where we stir it, and get a good mixing so we get all those sugars. Oh, hey there. So after we're done with our mash, we transfer all that mash into here. It's like an oatmeal. And we extract all that liquid out of the grain. The grain acts as a filter bed. So all that comes out of this vessel is liquid. And it transfers into the kettle where we'll then start our boiling process. All right, now we're at the most integral and interesting part of the brew house. This is the kettle. This is where we heat up all that liquid, which we call wort. And we heat it up to boiling temperatures, and we boil it for at least 60 minutes so that we can sterilize it and get rid of all those germs and microbes. And we also add our hops or any ingredients we are interested in to make our delicious Mighty Peace brew. Now after that boiling process is finished, we then transfer all that boiled liquid, the boiled wort, into the whirlpool. The reason for this big vessel is that it will spin. It'll spin that wort very, very fast and create a vortex, like a tornado. And all the solids, the protein solids and hop solids, will sink to the bottom. It will sink to the very bottom of the vessel because we don't want any of that in our fermenting. It will create off flavors and instability later on down the road. So from here, we create very clear wort that is ready for fermentation. All right, so after the whirlpool, after we spit out all those solids, the wort is cooled down and transferred into this guy. This guy will ferment the wort. This is where we add the yeast. And here it'll create CO2 and alcohol to a certain measurement, to a certain alcohol percentage. And within 2 to 6 weeks, depending on the style, whether it's a lager or an ale, it'll be ready for consumption. We always make sure we use this sanitizer here. We sanitize everything. So make sure to always use sanitizer. All right, we're at the last stage here before packaging. These are our bright beer tanks. These ensure that we have exceptional beer and exceptional product for our consumers. It helps create a clear and carbonated product and a proper maturation without any solids. So we transfer the beer from the fermenter and we make sure there's no solids going into here, because you get a lot of solids dropping out at the bottom of the fermenter. We don't want that in the bright tank. Here we just want bright beer, ready to serve, and it really does produce an exceptional product. Not a lot of breweries have these, and we're very lucky to have them.
Thanks for the tour. Why do you love brewing beer in Fort St. John?
Well, I can tell you there's a plethora of reasons. But in short, I moved up here because we are the furthest northern production brewery right now in BC, and that was an attractive quality. I feel a strong sense of community here and a growing culture, as well as the backcountry tourism that I thoroughly enjoy throughout the winter and summer. Throughout the winters, we have a very warm environment for everyone to come out of the cold and share a pint and enjoy and storytelling and all of that. And then in the summer, we get lots of transient tourists along the Alaska Highway, and we get to meet people from all over. And also we get to can lots of beer, and people can take them out on their adventures, on their quads, on their hikes, on their canoes, and just creating that nature up here as such a rural backcountry environment is awesome. I'm thoroughly enjoying it.